Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. Sorry, I just hit the tripod. Anyway, welcome to my channel. Welcome back for those of you who have been following me on my GLP-1 journey. Thank you for tuning in again and watching another one of my videos. So as many of you know, I took a break from the GLP-1 medication for 4 weeks, and now I am back on. I took my first shot last week. I'm starting back on the 5 milligrams dose of the Zepbound medication. So I'm coming on. It's actually a week. It's Friday, so it's more than a week over from my first shot back on the medication. So I've now taken 2 shots, but I wanted to give myself some time to know, to have an experience so I can have something to share with you guys. Just coming on right after taking that shot, I didn't have anything to really share or give you guys an update. So I just wanted to wait and give it some time before I came on here to do this update on getting back on the Zepbound on the 5 milligrams dose. So here I am. So I will say I'll share my weigh-in from last week to this week yesterday when I took my shot. I think I said it's Friday, right? Happy Friday or happy whatever day it is that you're watching this video. So I did my weigh-in. Well, first I'll start with taking the shot last week. So I took the shot last week. I did it in my stomach. That's usually typically like my first area for like starting a new box on my rotation. So I did it in my stomach on that week, and it was cool. There was really nothing, to report back or anything. Just I guess giving myself the shot was kind of something to get back used to because I was off for a couple of weeks, but nothing else major, anything to share on that end. Now I will share that at first I didn't know if it was going to work with the 5 milligrams because I kind of felt like I was still experiencing some of the food noise a couple of days after taking the shot, so I just wasn't sure. And someone asked in the comments, I think on my last video, about that too. He asked if I was concerned about the food noise and then shared some information from what he's seen on some other videos as well. So yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for sharing that information. At first it was a concern, but over time I didn't experience it anymore. So that was for the first couple of days after taking my shot. I did feel like I was experiencing food noise. But again, I was on my cycle, so that could have played a part in it as well. Sometimes, I could eat before taking the shot or being on this medicine, I could eat a house, metaphorically said, when I'm on my cycle. So I don't know if that was the case, or maybe it was just taking a while for the medicine to take effect into my system before the suppression started again. So fortunately, about 3 or 4 days, I'd say about 4 days after taking the shot, I feel like it was back to a normal rate of suppression for me again. I was eating breakfast and stuff like I shared with you guys when I was taking my break. I was eating more meals and everything. So getting back on the shot, I was eating breakfast for the first couple of days. I was hungry, experiencing like my stomach growling and stuff like that in the morning, and things like that. But then it just kind of died down as the days went by, and I wasn't quite as hungry in the mornings anymore. And subconsciously, and without me even thinking about it, I was back to like my routine of getting up in the morning, having my coffee with my protein and my collagen, and then that would be it. And I actually just like looked up one day, thought about it, I was like, wait, I haven't wanted any breakfast today or the day before. So slowly but surely, I did get back onto my, somewhat regular routine after the shot took effect. I'm assuming that's what the case was, just, the medicine, getting into my system and taking effect. So I experienced food noise for the first couple of days, but I got back into my suppression mode days after taking my shot. So I will say that on this 5 milligrams dose, I do have more of an appetite than I did on the 10 milligrams dose, which I'm totally fine with. I like that, and I'm totally okay with having more of an appetite. I am experiencing where I am eating the smaller portions too, And I want to share too, like, so sometimes I eat dinner, I don't know, sometimes fairly early, about between 5 and 6 o'clock, depending on the day. Sometimes it's later than that. And I do experience like later, well, I have experienced, especially when I was taking my break from the shot, later I would kind of want a little something else. So then I would like get a snack or something. I did kind of experience that a couple of times last week, maybe twice, I would say. And one time I just got some popcorn, and before I knew it, like I didn't even eat the whole bowl. I was done. So I was happy to see that, because that, you know, in my opinion, showed that the medication was working the way it's supposed to. So I will watch that, you know, especially I don't want to be eating late. That's not something I desire or want to be doing. So I will keep an eye on that and see if I need to make some adjustments in my meals during the day so that I'm not craving or wanting something kind of late right before bed. So, yeah, that's that. So I guess I'll get into the weight thing. So last week I weighed in at 163.8. And this week I weighed in, drumroll please, 161.2. I'm down a little over 2 pounds. So that also has provided some encouragement for me while being back on the 5 milligrams dose. As of right now, I think my plan is working. And I'm hoping to be able to stay on the 5 milligrams dose. Now that I see results, or I see that things are probably going to go well for me being back on this 5 milligrams dose, I think I'm going to create another plan for me so that my body doesn't get used to the 5 milligrams dose and things stall out for me to a point where, you know, it's not working for me. So I think my plan is to continue doing the weekly shots for at least this first month. And then after that, I'm probably going to start spreading out my shots while in maintenance. That is a plan. Now, we'll see what happens when I weigh in next week. Depending on what that looks like, I may deviate or change the plan. And of course, I will come back and share with you guys. But as of right now, that is my plan in my head going forward while being back on the 5 milligrams dose of the Zepbound. So, as far as side effects, I don't really have any side effects to share, thankfully. I've experienced some spells of nausea. It was similar to what I've experienced in the past before taking that 10 milligrams and experiencing that severe nausea is what I would call it. So I guess that's probably the medicine I can probably blame that on. And it is weird because it just comes on like, you know, out of nowhere, and you're like, ooh, wait a minute, what's that? And then it just, you know, it fizzles out, it goes away. So I guess that I could say that was maybe one side effect that I experienced during this first week, being back on the shot. I don't think there was anything else that I could say that I experienced. I will say too, as far as I did kind of meal prep this week, so I wasn't buying out like I've shared with you guys. I don't want to be buying lunch every day of the week. So I just made a big bowl of tuna and had like tuna sandwiches and stuff throughout the week for lunch. And I haven't been craving. I've noticed, you know, this week, and I actually just thought about that recently, like today, that I haven't been craving some of the stuff. Like I said, like I shared the last time, I've been giving myself like one day to buy lunch. And last week I got the poke bowl, and this week I didn't want anything. I went right by the poke place today because I had to go that way for something else, and I didn't even want Jersey Mike's. I was like, this dang shot. Man, like, cause y'all, that was my jam when I was taking that break. So I don't know, maybe, you know, I'll want some more in the future. But as of right now, like, when I was thinking about it earlier, like, what can I do, you know, to give myself my one day for eating out? And neither one of those options were ideal for me at the time. So I'm blaming it on the shot. That's the only thing I can think of, because man, that stuff was my favorite while on my break. So we'll see how it goes. I do plan on continuing to do my meal preps and things so I can make sure I have lunch and things like that. And I have to try to probably think of some things for breakfast too for myself, because I noticed this week on the days that I was going into the office, because I'm not craving anything in the mornings anymore, I would look up and it'd be time for me, you know, I'd get ready and I'd be getting ready to leave, and I just noticed that I didn't even eat anything for breakfast. So I have to be more diligent about that and making sure that I do something for myself for breakfast in the morning. Yeah, because I had an omelet today, but I was here at home. I work from home, so but that was it for this week. I did just make myself some bowls of oatmeal, and that was something quick I whipped up together, and I would just take that with me and just eat it at work in the office. But I just want to, you know, make a plan and have some things for myself for breakfast too, so I'm not rushing or trying to hurry up and cook myself something before I run or walk out the door to head into the office. So that is my plan this week, is to prepare for both lunch and breakfast for myself for the week, so that I can be prepared and not be wondering what I'm going to do or buying things, because I don't want to be doing that on the regular either. So I think that's all. Trying to think I have to share for this week. We'll see how it goes on week 2. Good, getting back into this shot thing. Looking forward to see how the scale looks next week. And to be honest, so I was a little nervous about weighing in for this week. So I hopped on the scale like earlier this week just to kind of see where I was, just to kind of have an idea. And I was already down from last week. So I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I'm doing okay. And if you haven't seen my shorts, I've also started to, you know, be more active. I've been doing my walks and stuff this week. So I just wanted to kind of see where I was on the scale. So I weighed in twice technically this week. So I weighed in, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday, and then I did my regular weigh-in on Thursday, and I was down even more. So that made me happy. I'm really excited and hopeful that being back on the 5 milligrams dose is going to work for me. And this is where I can stay on my maintenance over time. So I will keep you guys posted, of course, and come on and share what's happening and what's going on this GLP-1 journey. Thank you for those who have been following me on this journey. If you are new to my channel, thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. Continue to join me on my journey on the GLP-1 or whatever else I post or share with you guys here on my channel. If you haven't yet, please give this video a thumbs up, and also you can share if you find this information that will be helpful to somebody else. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.